Look, I don't know about you, but to me, it seems like most people try to hide how much net profit their e-commerce or dropshipping store is actually making. So in this video, I'm gonna break down exactly what my profit margin was, go through every single expense and show you what I'm doing to improve it. Because if I'm being honest, this number's not perfect. It's not where I wanted it to be, but it's also not too far off. So I'm gonna give you a full breakdown of the net profit and also give you an update on the hacker that hacked into my TikTok ad account and stole over $40,000. So with that being said, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. That'll get you automatically entered into our giveaway. We give away a free course access as well as a free custom built Shopify store in every video. So the gross revenue on this store in the last 30 days, this is through April 2022, was $169,445. It was really interesting if you look at this graph. I'll throw up a screenshot of it, of the analytics. It was a very consistent build. It was not something that started off at 5,000 a day and stayed there. It started at 2 and it ended at about 12,000 a day. So it's moving into the next month very nicely, a consistent scale. Total orders was over 4,100. The average order value on there was $41.20. This is a huge number. A lot of people kind of downplay how important the AOV is, but it was huge. This one used to be like 38, and then eventually it was 39, and finally got it above 40, which is where I always wanted to be. So it was like a very slow climb to get that average order value up, which was huge, really helped with the advertising on the front end. Now, the total ad spend for the month of April 2022 was $85,346, which pins it right about a 2 ROAS, which is very good. I'm very happy with that, especially while scaling aggressively, going from 2,000 a day to a little over 12,000 every single day in a 30-day window. That means you're gonna have a lot of stuff you're launching that doesn't work, right? You're trying to scale up, so you have to launch a lot of new things. Some of that's not gonna work. So there was probably $10,000 of inefficient ad spend on there in terms of things that like completely flopped, other stuff that did so-so, maybe break even. So that number more optimized for this sales volume would probably be like 70,000, maybe 75. Now, one quick point I want to mention about the hacker that got into the ad account. The problem is resolved. In total, the ad account technically spent $128,000. Remember, they went on there, they launched a ton of ads at $100,000 a day budget. It only spent about $43,000 before I caught it, which is, I don't even want to say like only, because that's a lot of money, right? But nonetheless, was able to get that credited back. Obviously, I wasn't too worried about that, but still wanted to figure out the problem. So that's where we got the total spend number from. Now, cost of goods, I am very happy with this number, $38,449. Super, super solid. The fulfillment has been on point, been working really hard. This product's custom based, so we have to order the base product and then still do some manufacturing on top of it to actually finish the product. And that makes it a little more difficult to get it out the door really quickly. So we have a 3-day processing time to actually get the order done. That used to be 6. So down from 6 to 3, and then shipping can be anywhere from 7 to 12 days, depending on where it's going. So the fulfillment time has been pretty good and I can't complain. And if I'm being honest, the customers haven't really been complaining at all. I mean, we're getting like a 0.1% chargeback rate, like super, super healthy, next to no refund or return requests. Absolutely solid there. I'm super, super happy with that. It's been really solid. And by the way, if you want to track all your analytics and see more stuff like where I'm getting this breakdown, go use BProfit. It's linked below. I have a little discount code as well. They've been helping us out, giving a discounted access to you guys here, as well as inside of the e-commerce courses, which you can find it linked below as well. But they let you break down all the analytics. It helps with taxes, just knowing your numbers. But this is what their dashboard looks like so far into May. Just in the first couple days, a little over $10,000 in net profit on this same exact store. Unfortunately, because of the hack, the ad account went down, and it's still down as of when I film this. It'll be posted a few weeks later, but it went down for a couple days because they were verifying the suspicious activity to figure out what was going on. So that's why the numbers are a little bit lower than expected, but nonetheless, definitely check out BProfit. And now on to the next expense, which is the VA team. $750 a month for support. That is a full-time support team of 2 people that work in rotations. So really, really solid there. It's like probably almost full-time, but I mean, you know, normally that number is going to come out to about 1,000 once we're a little bit higher. And eventually we'll have to add more people. It just depends on how far we scale. Now, new content. You know me, I always like to be investing back into the business. This month, it really wasn't a very large amount. The month before, it was about 3,000. This month was $1,000. We ordered 5 new videos, really, really solid custom content to 5 separate influencers that are making videos for the product. Now, email marketing is huge. This did a little bit over $17,000 $2,000 in sales, I brought on one of my good friends who has a large email marketing agency. He always crushes it for my stores. Paying him $2,000 a month as of right now for the first couple months, and then we'll kind of work out probably a performance-based structure, which is what we do. But $2,000 a month, they brought back over 17. That's through email, so there's no ad spend. Really helping out the extra stuff on top of that and building out good campaigns and flows. Now, there's some other expenses a lot of people just never seem to factor in. There's hosting fees, there's payment processing fees, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. Fun fact, I spent $273,000 just in payment processing fees during the entire year of 2020. So it's a very large expense that you have to pay attention to. And the total for all of that included was $6,545. Okay, so had $5,800 in fees. Okay, just processing fees. Crazy, but that's about 3%. And another $700 in refunds. Now, if you look at that rate, $700 in refunds compared to $170,000 in sales, that's really, really good. That's unheard of. And we also have a policy where for us, it's not worth having an upset customer or somebody with a bad taste in their mouth about my brand if I can just refund their order or replace it or do something like that. So we'll do replacements. We definitely refund as well. Sometimes we do both, right? We just want to put the customer first to make sure they're happy, because trust me, it's not worth the problem. And by the way, all these things we cover inside of our e-commerce program linked below. We just opened up the TikTok ad course. You can check that out. Super epic on the advertising side, which is where 100% of these ads are being run and doing really well. So definitely check that out. We also talk about the business framework and everything like that. Now that leaves me, after all these expenses, with a total of $35,354, which, if we scroll down here, is a 20.8% margin. It's a little bit low due to the scaling. We had some inefficiencies there. It started at about $2,000 a day, ended at 12. It's normally like a 25% margin. That's what it is day over day. Sometimes it's actually up to 35 when it's stable. So I expect about a 25% margin from this brand. Next month, this should be about 5% higher. It'll just be a little more stable, not as aggressive scaling most likely. And the dollar amount will be a lot higher as well, because remember, this 170, while really good, I'm super happy with that. I mean, just based on that, it's on pace for over $2 million a year. But in reality, at $12,000 to $15,000 a day, it's really on pace for $350,000 a month. That's $4 million a year, nice and consistent. So we'll see how far this can really scale. I'll definitely keep you updated on this brand specifically, but making $35,000 off $170,000 in sales, this is pretty average. When people go in the industry and they're flaunching $1 million months, a lot of them spend a ton of money on ads. They have a really, really, really low margin, 5-10%, just to get the numbers to show. This is what a real e-commerce business looks like, a brand that could be sold and that has long-term value. It's as simple as that. I'll probably do $70,000 next month in profit off this. That's the target, and continue to scale beyond there. So I'll keep you updated with it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like down below. Don't forget to check out the courses linked below, as well as Be Profit. Thank you for sponsoring this video. They're the best for all sorts of profit tracking, which you definitely need as you're starting to scale your e-commerce business. So yeah. Yes, I'm coming to you from a hotel, but I wanted to give you a quick update. When I'm editing this, I now know it took 8 days for me to get the TikTok ad account back, which is much longer than I expected. So if you do the numbers there, even though I got the ad credit back for the $42,000 that hacker spent, I'm ultimately down about $30,000 in profit that was lost during those 8 days. And of course, now all the ads are messed up. So it's going to be a grind to get it back up. I'm going to do it as quick as possible, and I will keep you updated at the end of the month with this brand. Hope you enjoyed the video.